my God, he was working out in here today.
Oh yeah, I know. Pat?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm so tired today, man. This game's getting to me. It's exhausting.
Oh, for sure getting me.
It's exhausting. Some good combos or what?
I was gonna ask you, like, how your combos are going.
They're going good, but I'm definitely leaning towards keeping Brayden.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
Just because, I don't know, like, he just really made me feel like he wants to work with me, and, like, he assured me he's not scared to make big targets. Like, and, like, I just don't want to go against the house.
Okay. I just, like...
You don't think so?
Sorry?
You don't agree?
No. Okay, well, besides the vote, what frustrates me is, like, how the boys think they have, like, you wrapped around their finger.
Why would they think that?
Well, first they tried to pin the HOH on you.
Motherfuckers.
And then...
That pisses me off.
Well, the thing is, like, this is what they do, right? Like, for example, with me and the veto. Like, what they did is that before the veto, you know, they all come up to me and they want to, like, work with me and they want to make sure that I don't use the veto. So they come to me and they do that, you know what I mean? And then after I don't use the veto, they're, like, making me smoothies and shit, you know, tickling my chin, like, good boy, you did exactly what we wanted you to do. Even with Kiefer's HOH, they were in there non-stop, taking whiskey shots with him, dabbing him up, cooking with him. The whole week that Kiefer was on the block on your HOH, Kiefer's sitting in his room, lying by himself. The boys are nowhere to be found. And as soon as this HOH ended, split, because they don't need him anymore. And now they need a vote from you. And they're on the couch fucking spooning you on the couch.
I know,
and,
that
like,
was so weird.
Well, honestly, we were, like, looking at it and we're like, what the fuck is that?
They don't have me, though. That's the thing.
And I know that. And, like defending you basically from having conversations. And this is what they do. When they need something out of somebody and they need a vote from you this week, they will do these things. And as soon as they don't need you anymore, they're going to split because they use people in these situations. And I feel like what they want is to send Austin home because it's better for their game, because Austin is clearly going after them. Are we going to give them what they want?
It's not as much given, like, it's what I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's kind of my target, too. Like, I just don't really vibe with her. I don't really trust her. And it's like, even if they are just using me and do the split, the bold thing, I want them to do that because they're my targets. So it doesn't really matter. Like, I want them to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want them to boogie, so it's even easier for me to put them on.
Right. Do you think that Brayden would go up next week if they won HOH? Do you think that obviously Austin's a bigger target than both of us? If they won HOH, she would go on the block. But do you think Brayden goes on the block if he stays, if they win?
I don't know. I have no idea. Are you worried of going up?
I will go up. I'll go up either way if they win, I think. So it really doesn't matter for me, but, like, I'm just trying to think of, like, what's been done in this game. And even if you're making the decision for you and what's best for Vic, which I know you always will.
Yeah, like, do not control me. Like, that's actually a joke.
And even with the veto, like, I made a decision that was best for me in the veto, but it looks like it's exactly what they want to happen. This is exactly what they wanted to happen, and exactly what they want to happen is for Austin to go home. And, like, I really, I hate to even, like, say this, but I really, really hope you're not buying into their BS on this stuff.
No, I promise.
Okay.
Like, I promise you.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I'm
Oh,
not.
no, Ro.
I just have to, like...
I know. I'm a fucking big-ass fan of this
I know.
game. Like,
Well, that's what I
have
said.
a boyfriend.
That's
Like,
what I said.
like...
Yeah.
I just don't want to... Obviously, I don't want to be a target. I'm playing a game the best way I know how.
Yeah.
But, yeah, right. They're my targets. And I just had a talk with Brayden, and I literally said, like, I need you to be coming after these guys with me.
Yeah.
And you promised me up and down. I'm like, okay, what's with you and Beth?
Yeah.
Because you guys, I feel like you've already picked your new, like, person.
Yeah.
He's like, no, like, I know what's going on. Like, I want them to think that. Like, that's not the case. Like, I haven't been able to play my game with Austin. I realized where I made my mistake. Like, he just seems less dangerous to me.
Yeah.
I also heard, so Austin's pitched to me, she said that she's going after them. And then she pitched to them that she's going after me and Kiefer. So it's just like, I can't trust that shit.
But she would say that, like, it doesn't mean that's true. I'm pretty confident that Austin is going after them. I don't think in any way, shape, or form she would ever come after you. Austin has been overtly clear about going after them, and she called out Beth to her face about things that Beth has done in this game. In that room, everybody knows about that at this point. And she's been super clear about who she's going after in this game. and it's the two boys. And if Austin wins in a heartbeat, the two boys go up. You're not even on her radar. And I've had some deep conversations with her about it. And I'm not bullshitting you about it, because I wouldn't do that. It's like, what gives us the greatest opportunity to win?
Brayden's a fucking competitor. Like, he's coming third in like freaking every HOH comp. Like, he's ready to play the game.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't know. Like, Austin threw my name under the bus hard
Yeah.
to get me up as a replacement beside Kyle, which I get.
Yeah.
But I know she did, and Brayden's the one that didn't. Like, you know? Like, he just, the only time he said my name was when Kiefer made him. You know what I mean? So those are the things that really matter to me.
Which is like our situation too with Kyle and I.
Yeah.
Which is what Brayden did.
Like, you know? And that's what I need. Austin has done me dirty quite a few times.
Okay.
And, like, I love her. I care about her. She had me crying today.
Yeah.
I was literally crying listening to her thing. Like,
Yeah.
because I love her as a person. But all last week, all she did was cut-eye me, walk out of rooms when I entered. Like, that's all she did. She made me feel like shit.
Okay.
And, like, I just feel like last week there's nothing I wanted more than her gone. Like, I literally wanted her. I wanted her to leap over Kyle. I tried even pitching it, and the boys weren't having it. Like, I literally wanted Austin to leap over Kyle to stay.
Yeah, I know you did.
So that's why this week I'm like, I just need to remember how bad I wanted it last week and take the shot while I have it.
Okay.
Brayden just doesn't scare me. I think he's an open book. He's a competitor,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be a lost puppy, like essentially. He told me that he's not like phased by Beth.
No, he's not. I don't think he is. Yeah.
Tina and Tara called him out on it as well.
Yeah.
So I think he's very aware of it now, which makes me feel even better.
Yeah. No, and this is not like this is why Brayden is not good and this is why Austin is good. This is just me like spitballing with you because you're my person in this game.
Yes.
And I want to do what's best for us. So I'm not going to I don't want to force you to do something that you don't feel comfortable doing if it's not in the best interest of you and I going forward. I just wanted to talk about options.
For sure.
Because I just the thing that gets me is yeah, they might not be getting you, but I don't want these guys to be feel like they're in full control because everything they want done is getting done and the people they want out are leaving the game. And I don't want them to be able to just steamroll themselves to the end of this game. If they win HOH next week, then they're going to be in a good position to do that. I don't know where Kiefer lies. I don't know.
Neither.
I don't know.
I think he's pretty aligned with Tina and Tara, and me.
Mm-hmm.
I actually want to talk to you about this, but me, Tina, Tara, Kiefer, we have some pretty good conversations, the four of us. And we even kind of said, however we wanted this week or next week to go, we essentially had the votes. And they want you to be with that. Tina, Tara, me, Kiefer. I think he's using the boys as protection as much as he can, but he knows that he's at the bottom. He's told me that. He's I know I'm at the bottom. He's but this is Big Brother. I'm just trying to make it through. And it is a numbers game at this point.
Do you think Kiefer's playing both sides still? Is he just trying to
He could be.
cater to the boys a little bit? Because what gets me with that is that I literally walked into Defender every single day when you put him on the block, and he was lying by himself on the bed.
That pisses me
The
off.
boys were not talking to him at all. And as soon as he went HOH, they're dabbing him up in his room, they're taking shots of whiskey, they're cooking for him every single day. And my thought is the boys actually wanted Kyle and I on the block. The boys wanted me and Kyle on the block. They wanted me out of this game. Potentially. Half of it could have been Kiefer making an emotional decision from the pantry situation, and that's fine. But I think the boys certainly had some sway on the situation. So I'm glad that you're not buying into it. And I hate to even ask you that,
It's okay.
but just for my conscience, I have to do it.
Yeah, right.
Because I see the way that they act and operate, and I see the way that they use people in this game. And kudos to them, honestly. They've done a half good job at it. But I just don't want them to get away with it and go on to win this game.
No, they're not going to. If I win, they're going up. It's going to be Beth and Jed.
Yeah.
If I win, that's what I'm putting up. And not only that, I want you to feel some safety with me, Tina, Tara, and even Kiefer. I know, unless he's playing too good, we can forget Kiefer for now.
Yeah, no, I do feel really good about you three for sure. Kiefer, I think there's still stuff to rebuild between him and I, like based on like him putting us up on the block, the whole pantry situation. Like I do feel better with him now than I did 10 days ago. But I mean, you know, you're gonna have to kind of help me out with him and getting me in the good books a little bit.
I've already started.
Okay.
And he's actually down.
Okay.
Like he's actually down to repair it with you. Like
Yeah.
he literally said that today. I swear to God.
Okay.
Like I hand up to God.
Okay.
The four of us were talking in the OLG.
Yeah.
And he's like, he's like, I want Ro to know about this.
Yeah.
He's like, I want Ro to know that if he were to win next week, whatever he does, like we have him. I throw over everything. He said that today. You have my word. And why would I make that up?
He just said something to me in the kitchen too about it would be not a bad thing if I won HOH.
Yeah. And the reason is because you have me, Tina, Tara, and him, essentially. I think he's over it. He knows that no matter what, the boys will bring Beth because they can all beat Beth. And then the other thing is if we keep Austin, it's just such a clear motherfucking divide. It'll be a 4-3. Whoever's working with Austin will be a big target. Like, you know, at least with Braden, it's more subtle. It gives us a chance to really strike. I really do believe it'll be 3 against 6. I really do.
3 against 6.
Yeah, like Beth, the two boys, and
Yeah.
everyone else.
Okay.
Like Braden is like Vic. I am going after them. He's like, I don't. And I was like, how are you going to go after them when you're that close with Beth? He's like, honestly, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Like he was going off. He's like, this is my chance to play my game.
Yeah.
I can't believe I made it halfway. Being a puppy, like he literally said that. He said it was the roast that got him to open his eyes. And like he wants to play this game. He wants to make big moves.
Yeah,
And I do believe him.
Yeah, I know. I do believe him too. And honestly, you can probably trust what he says there. I think he's pretty trustworthy. I do think both Austin and Braden they both bring strengths. It's just about and they're both very similar people. Outside of this house, they're going to be similar people, but inside of this house, they'll play different games, right?
Yeah.
Austin's like obviously more in your face about it. She's going to let you know. Braden's a little bit more play the part and see what happens and build the social relationships. And I'd still think if he won, he would take the shot.
Yeah.
So this is not me saying like Braden's not
Yeah.
good. Braden is good.
We're just
It's
talking it out.
just hashing it out in terms of like who's better. So if you strongly feel that way, like I'm not here to like try to like make you think one way over the other. I've been thinking about it in the back of my head because Tina and Tara obviously brought it up to me
they
too.
want it. I know they wanted to.
Because they would be on board. So it's like, it really, honestly, I hate to say this, but like you're kind of the swing vote. If you want it, then we do it. If not, then it's unanimous to send Austin.
It's just that Austin's done me so fucking
No, I know,
dirty.
I understand. So if it's like, because right now, if you say you're on board, then I'm on board, then they're on board, then it's 4. But if you say you're not on board, then I'll vote unanimously with you.
But it's not that I'm not on board
Yeah.
because of the guys. It has nothing to do with those
Okay.
fucking guys. Like,
Okay.
I swear to God, Rohan,
Okay.
you have to believe me.
I believe you. I believe you. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's more, as soon as I lost power,
Yeah.
I was dirt.
Yeah.
Like Austin, like when I say she gave me dirty looks, walked out of rooms,
Yeah.
and it's now that she's in a weak position, she's talking to me, you know what I mean? I can't stand that shit.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I keep her and then she does the same shit, I will fucking drown myself in here. Like, you know what I mean? She puts me up, I'll be like, whoa. I know Braden won't fucking do that.
Okay.
Like, it sounds like Braden's looking to make up for lost time.
Okay. I know, for what it's worth, I know for a fact she would not put you up on the block, for what it's worth. So
It's worth a lot. Fuck, I don't want to touch that thing.
I promise I'm doing this in the best interest of your game too, just like you're working on Kiefer for me. I've been working on her for you. I promise you that if you think about it and you decide that, okay, maybe I want to do this or that, she would never put you on the block, and I would make sure of it because I have a pretty good relationship with Austin. I have a good relationship with Austin and Braden. Neither of them will put you up. I know that. But for what it's worth and like for the conversations that I've had with her, yeah, she probably shouldn't be doing that shit that she's been doing with the dirty looks and whatnot. And like, obviously that doesn't make you feel good. But from a game perspective, there are advantages to keeping her. There's advantages to keeping Braden. And aside of the emotional stuff and the way that she's been looking at you and treating you, what's better for the game? So I don't want to sit here. I don't want to do what the boys do and like push this. And
I need you to tell me these
Yeah.
things. Like, I love to talk about them.
absolutely, I don't want to sit here, but at the same time, I don't want to sit here and do what the boys do, and like push things on people and tell them what's best for their game when it's really best for my game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I want to do what's best for our game, and if you're comfortable with Tina, Tara, and Kiefer, I know for a fact that whether it's Austin or Braden, and if it is Austin, she would be on board 120%. She would. Every single time, she would put up the boys on the block if she won. And she almost won 2 HOHs. She almost won the disc one.
I know, right?
So that's what I'm. And Braden can compete. He's done well in competitions too. So
I just, something to think about. Like I've been thinking about this like crazy. Like I know I'm a swing vote. I definitely have had that thought. I've just been weighing it out. But like I need to listen to what you're saying as well. Fuck. I just like it's the gut. It's just my gut is telling me she has to go.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's just my gut. Like I just don't think I'll ever be able to trust her, and that's not the type of person you keep. Like I trust her because you're saying I can. Like that means a lot.
Yeah.
But I just think her back's against the wall, and she's saying whatever she wants to say. Like she said, like I was going to be her target onto the other side. I can't keep someone that's willing to say that. Do you know what I mean? Like if she was telling the boys that you were going to be her target next week, like that's not going to make you feel good. You're going to be like, I would be an idiot. She just told half the house she's going.
I think what she probably meant by that is like if you keep her here, you're less likely to go on the block over her. You know what I mean? Like she would go up over you. Like if she were here, then
Well, she told them that she's coming after me and Kiefer.
Oh, okay.
Like even if that is your like alibi to stay here, like no.
Yeah.
I'm not even comfortable with you using my name in your mouth like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like warn me about it. If it's a smoke screen, let me know. Like instead I had to hear it another way, and it's just like
True. Yeah, she probably should have let you know because it was a smoke screen probably, but like she should have let you know.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean. It's kind of like a little bit you don't know what to expect when you hear it.
Yeah, like Braden didn't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not in his pitch.
Right.
That's concerning for me.
Right.
I just know Braden will come with us. I know people think he won't because Beth. But he's gonna come with us. I know it. The numbers. Like when I say us, I mean like Tina, Tara, me, you, and believe it or not, fucking Kiefer.
Okay.
It's funny. He wants to work with you, and he doesn't know how to repair it. He's asked me to do it, so it's funny that I'm in here, and that's we can all talk about it if you like. Kiefer, he knows he's at the bottom of that thing.
Yeah.
And he wants to work with people that he know can help him take the shot that he can't in this moment.
Okay. So in a situation where I end up on the block next week,
who would you? It depends who you're beside. Who you're beside, you'd be fucking safe. I would be fighting for you to the death. Like we have the numbers to keep you.
But say I was up against like Tara or something. Like say one of the boys put me up against Tara, then it's a tie vote.
Who would be the tiebreaker?
You, Braden, and Kiefer theoretically would vote to keep me.
Yeah.
If Jed won HOH, then Beth, Tashawn, and Tina would vote to keep Tara, and then Jed would break the tie in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless everybody thought I was better to stay, but I don't see why they wouldn't take the shot at me.
It's a scenario for sure. Yeah, I don't know if they're just talking shit out their ass, but they are telling me that T and T are their targets. They're sick of them floating by.
It's bullshit. Vic, I promise you, Tina and Tara are not their targets. It is bullshit. It would be so fucking stupid for them to put Tina and Tara up on the block. Tina and Tara are going to Final Five. I promise you that right now.
I know, they really are.
Why wouldn't they take them to Final Five? If they keep saying that they're floaters and they're easy to beat and blah, 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 then if they're saying that, why wouldn't they take them there and then beat them then?
For sure.
Why would they take them out first jury vote?
So true.
It would be stupid and leave players like you and I in the game. They're telling you that as a smokescreen. They told me that exact same scenario because guess what? I'm going on the block if they win. And I wonder if they're telling you that, is that the same scenario for you? Why would they tell us Tina and Tara? It's stupid. Like,
yeah,
this is Big Brother.
So
This is Big Brother. You're gonna put Tina and Tara on the block. No fucking way. I promise you, it will not happen if they win. It will not happen. It would be the dumbest move. They've played a smart game right now and up until this point, but if they win and put Tina and Tara on the block, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? I will self-evict. I will self-evict. Because obviously I don't know this game as well as I thought I did.
Oh man. Oh fuck.
That is such a smokescreen.
Yeah.
They've tried to pin everything on Tara in this game. They tried to pin the invisible HOH on you. They tried to say that you dragged Kyle and I on the Latoya vote, and
what the fuck?
These are the things that they say, but they've told Tara that they would put up me and either Austin or Braden, whoever stays, and they told Tina that too. And then they told Austin and Braden that they would put me against Tara. So like, which one is it?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Obviously they're gonna tell me Tina and Tara. Obviously they're gonna tell you Tina and Tara. But that's, that would be 99% unrealistic. I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
I would honestly, that would be something that would take, you know, if I were a jury member, which I guess at this point we all are, like, that would be a move that I just like could not understand as if I were a jury member voting. It's like, why wouldn't you take a big shot? Because if I were them, I would.
Oh, fuck.
I don't even know where Beth lies in all this. Like, do you think Beth would ever take a shot?
She's fucked. She's fucked.
Yeah. But do you think she would ever take a shot? Do you think she realizes she would never win against those two?
I think so. I think. I don't know. I don't really talk to her. She annoys the shit out of me. I'm not a Beth fan. I'm sorry. I'm just not.
No. That's fair.
I just feel like there's good numbers on this side. Like, yeah, there's a chance they could win, but all we have to do is win this week and separate those fuckers. I just don't know.
Do you think Kiefer will try to win this HOH?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope he does.
Okay.
We would be safe.
Okay.
He wants you here. He wants to work with you. He likes that you can help take a shot at them because he knows that he just can't right now.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted me to tell you. Like, he literally wanted me to make sure you knew that me, Tara, Tina, and Kiefer, like, have great talks, and like we were willing to vote together to protect you, like dead ass. I don't know why people are so scared of them.
Well, that's my thing. I don't want people to play as scared players and fall into like their traps. That's why I didn't like the fact that they were like fucking all over you on the couch today.
I know, that was I was literally
forget the fact that you have a boyfriend at home, but like the fact that they were doing that because they need something out of you. They need to vote because they heard the chatter from Tina and Tara this morning. They don't know which way I'm gonna vote, so they need you, and that's why they do that shit. But if you genuinely think, if you genuinely think that, and I'm sorry I even had to ask, but like I know what they do in this game,
we
and
need
so
to talk about it.
yeah. But if you genuinely feel that Braden is better for you and I going forward, then I'm not gonna push you and push you and push you. I just wanted to talk about it and hash it out because despite the personal relationship that you and Austin have had, I don't think she'd be bad for your game. I think she'd be better. Because immediately, if Austin stays in the game, she would for sure be with Tina, Tara, Kiefer, you, and me. And for sure, she becomes the biggest target of the six of us. Braden, not necessarily. Braden falls middle of the pack. He's not the biggest target. So that's my argument there. And that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah, no, despite your personal relationship with her.
Yeah, I just don't know. Like, she's still running my fucking name as of today. Like, I can't fucking hide.
She should have told you it was a smokescreen, but I promise you it was a smokescreen. And I'm being honest with you. And I'll go confirm with her right now, but I promise you that's a smokescreen.
I don't know. Like, I know that Braden's willing to work with me and us. Like, he says, like, him staying, he's gonna fucking, he needs to make a big move. Like, just seeing that fire in his eyes really did a lot to me.
For sure.
He wants to stay and he wants to take out those boys. You know, and he's an open book with fucking Austin. You guys have a better relationship. I just don't think I could do it. Like, when I think about how badly I wanted her gone last week and now I have my shot, I just don't think I can do it.
What, how badly what, sorry?
Like, how badly I wanted her gone last week. Like, I was literally trying to campaign to get her to leave last week. Like, I just can't forget that feeling of how badly I wanted her gone.
Yeah.
And now it's, like, right here. Like, you know?
I got you. And again, Braden brings a lot of strengths. Braden's not bad for our game.
Yeah, it's like he can be, like, more molded. Like, we can go to him right now if we want to and just say, like, we can let him know that we are the swing votes. And we can just be like, you know what? Like, I already pretty much said this, but there's a lot of people that are trying to get you out right now. But we're not going to let that happen. And just know when you stay tomorrow, who's kept you here.
I don't even think we need to do that. I think he knows. I think for sure. I'm not going to sit here and BS you. I have really good relationships with both Austin and Braden, so whichever one stays is fine for me.
Exactly. So it's like if you have good relationships with them both, and I just have a good relationship with one, Braden, it just kind of makes sense in that way as well.
Okay.
He wants to compete. Like, he want, you know. Austin, it's easier said than done. You know? And then also, like, the huge divide it'll create. Like, I mean, there's already a divide, but that'll just be putting it in cement as opposed to sand, you know?
Right.
Because I'm sure that they'll be blindsided, I'm sure. I think it's, yeah.
So in the scenario where you and I vote for Austin to stay, I would probably tell the boys that I'm voting for Austin to stay. I would be like, look, I wouldn't make it a surprise on eviction night. I would be like, look, and it would have to be like a separate conversation that you have and that Tina and Tara have with them as well. I would just be like, look, I'm voting for Austin to stay in this game. I would say something like, I voted to evict her last week to make the vote 7-1 against Stu. I'm going to vote for her to stay. I'm not campaigning for her. I'm not campaigning against her, but if other people want to vote for her to stay, then that's their prerogative. But just so it's not a surprise.
Yeah, no, it can't be a surprise. It would be fuck. That would be war.
Yeah.
But the other thing is Kiefer, like, he wants Austin gone, and he's wanted her gone forever. Like, he won't waver. And, like, if we all vote against him, that takes away a big number for us. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I said in the old G room, I was like, this was before I had my conversations. I was more down for whoever. It wasn't until my conversations today where I was like, yeah, Austin needs to go. And I said that. I said, to be honest, like, I'm really 50-50. Like, wherever you guys told me to vote at this point, like, I'd probably do it. And Kiefer made it clear, like, no matter what, I'm voting for Austin. Like, you know what I mean? And even though I'm not that tight with Kiefer, he's genuine. Like, do you know what I mean? He's not like a big liar. I don't see him as like, he's all about respect and loyalty and family. I believe that. Do you?
Well, one of the things like with Kiefer is like, you know, when he was HOH, for example, he, like, I told you this in the ball pit last time too, like, one of the things that he said is that everybody in this house except for Kyle has come up to you and said my name to put me on the block. This was pre-nominations, original nominations, yeah. You know?
Everyone went up to him and said you?
Yeah, and he included you in that conversation. Do you know what I mean?
The fuck?
So this was when he was HOH before he made his original nominations of me and Kyle.
Okay. That's stupid. It's ridiculous, but whatever.
Because like, he would say, like, he said, like, everybody except for Kyle said my name to go on the block. I was like, oh, that's weird. So I knew for sure he was lying, obviously, about that. But then, you know, he told Kyle and I that he didn't want either of us to go at the end of the week. He told Kyle and I that he wanted us to win the veto. But then I know he was telling the boys something different. So, you know, you have to tell me that you're like 200% confident with Kiefer, because he could just be doing this and coming off as, because he comes off as genuine to me right now, that he's not in a position of power, but, you know, is he actually meaning it, or is he still trying to play both sides? Like, does he actually recognize that we need to take a shot at them, or is he, if he won HOH, like say we can't see each other in the HOH and he can't.
Okay, like that?
Yeah, I think.